Azar Chapter 7. Today we will cover regular and irregular plural nouns, possessive nouns, using nouns as modifiers, count and non-count nouns, basic article usage, and expressions of quantity. Let's start with regular and irregular plural nouns. The plural of most nouns is formed by adding final s. For example, one button, three buttons, one baby, two babies. Here you have a y preceded by a consonant. So in this case, you change the y to an I and you add es. So the spelling will be different. On the other hand, if you have a y preceded by a vowel, all you have to do is to add s, like one toy, six toys. Some nouns that end in f or fe are changed to ves to form the plural. One wife, two wives. Other words are calf, calves, half, halves, knife, knives, life, lives. Nouns that end in sh, ch, ss, and x, you need to add es to form plural. Wish, wishes. Watch, watches. Glass, glasses. Tax, taxes. Nouns that end in o, preceded by a consonant, you are going to add es. Tomato, tomatoes. Potato, potatoes. Some nouns that end in consonant plus o, you can add s or es. Mosquito, mosquitoes, or mosquitoes with just an s. Some nouns that end in consonant plus o, you only need to add an s. Auto, autos. Gato, gatos. Photo, photos. But some nouns that end in consonant plus o, you have the option of adding s or es. Mosquito, mosquitoes with es or just one s. Zoo, zoos. Radio, radios. And in this case, you don't change anything because you have a vowel before the o. Irregular plural forms. Child, children. Foot, feet. Man, men. Mouse, mice. Tooth, teeth. Woman, women. Let's see some more. Sheep, sheep. Fish, fish. Person, people. If you look up in your book, you will find a complete list of irregular plural forms. We also have borrowed words from other languages that follow foreign plurals. So in your book too, you have a complete list. Here I only have some examples. Our next topic is about possessive nouns. Let's take a look at the rules. Let's take a look at the rules to use possessive nouns. To show possession, add an apostrophe s to a singular noun. Like teacher is a singular noun, so I need to add an apostrophe s. If you have a plural noun ending in s, you just need to add an apostrophe. If you have a plural noun that does not end in s, you need to add an apostrophe s. When two or more names are connected by and, when two or more names are connected by and, only the final name shows possession. Like this example, Ellen and Lisa's, so only Lisa's receives the apostrophe s. If a singular noun ends in s, like miles, there are two possible forms. Add an apostrophe and s, like this one, miles's, with apostrophe s, or just add an apostrophe. Using nouns as modifiers. When a noun is used as a modifier, it is in its singular form. For example, kids love water slides. So here, water is not a noun. It's a noun acting as an adjective because it's describing the slides. The night market has fruits and vegetables. Same situation for the noun night, that here is acting as a modifier, as an adjective. When a noun used as a modifier is combined with a number expression, the noun is singular and a hyphen is used. For example, it was a 2-hour test. Count and non-count nouns. What are count and non-count nouns? Well, for example, chair is called a count noun. This means you can count chairs, 1 chair, 2 chairs, etc. Furniture is called a non-count noun. In grammar, you cannot use numbers 1, 2, etc. with the word furniture. So here are some examples of count nouns. A pen, you can put it in the plural and say pens. 1 pen, 3 pens, some pens, a lot of pens. So a count noun in the singular generally get the article a plus noun or 1 plus noun, and in the plural form you have a noun plus an s at the end. Here are some examples of non-count nouns. Jewelry, some jewelry, a lot of jewelry. So in order to specify quantity for jewelry, I cannot count, say, 1 or 2. I'm going to use some or a lot of to show quantity. So a non-count noun in the singular, we cannot use indefinite articles like a or numbers. And they don't have any plural form. Now we're going to see some basic article usage. A or an and some are called indefinite articles. Indefinite nouns A, an, and some are called indefinite articles or indefinite nouns. Indefinite nouns or articles are actually things, not symbols, but they are not specifically identified. The reason it's because I'm not talking about, in this example, a specific cow, like that cow or this cow. It doesn't matter which cow I'm talking about, so I use an indefinite article. Let's see some more examples. I have an idea. My friend has an old house. My friend has an old horse. Now, let's go back to the previous example. And here you have an because my noun begins with a vowel. Same situation here. I have an idea. My noun begins with a vowel, so I use an. Now here, I also have a vowel, but the sound of this vowel is a sound. So this is the general rule, but when you look in, this is the general rule. We use a before a consonant and an we use a before a consonant and an before a vowel. But let's analyze this rule. I have an ugly dog. We have a vowel and you use an. I have a useful idea. You also have a vowel here, but the reason you use a, it's because this vowel u sounds u. So every time you have a u that sounds u, this one sounds like ugly, but this one sounds u, useful, you need to use a, not an. Give me an honest answer. Here you have a consonant, but I still need to use an because my H is silent. So I still have the sound of a vowel right after it. So we don't go by the letter that you see. It's not by the written part, but the sound. An honest answer. Now look at this one. Today is a hot day. Hot. The letter H here is not silent, so you have a sound. I need to use A. I have a book. She has an umbrella. We have some apples. You have some soccer balls. I got some mail. He has some information. So as you can see, some can be used with plural count nouns or non-count nouns. It's very important that you explain to your students when they can use expressions of quantity. Many can only be used with plural count nouns. And much, on the other hand, it's only used with non-count nouns. I don't have many bracelets, plural. I don't have much jewelry. A few is used with plural count nouns, and a little is used with non-count nouns. Gina has a few earrings. I'd like a little fruit. Some versus any. Some is generally used in affirmative or interrogative. Some is generally used in affirmative or interrogative questions. Alice has some money. Alice doesn't have any money. Any is used in negative and interrogative sentences. Any is used in negative and interrogative sentences. Alice doesn't have any money. Does Alice have any money? Does Alice have some money? Or plural count nouns. Well, that concludes chapter 7. Make sure you ask me questions in class if you have.